Okay, we're gonna continue a Let's Play. Last time we left off, we started with the complete and utter glitch in the, like... What the heck? But yeah, we started with the glitch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to continue, it from here. Okay. Now, folks... Oh, great. Don't do this, game. Oh, thank you! But yeah, look, I've been thinking. So, you got the Switch 2. We have the Switch 2 exists, right? We even have, like, Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con reels in our possession, so... What am I trying to get at here? I think if they're gonna go the 2 route finally, like they did with PlayStation, like PlayStation, Sony did with PlayStation, they need to bring back at least one system to do the 2 route, and I am not permitting the Wii and 3DS and the DS line to do that, or the NES, or the N64, because those already got sequels. The NES got the Super Nintendo. The N64 got the GameCube, which I'll get reviews in a minute. The, well, let's just say this. The, we got the Wii U. We do not fucking joke about Wii U. I swear, if I have to see that idea again, I would not be so confident. And the Wii, and apparently, the DS, the Game Boy got the Game Boy Color in advance. The DS got the 3DS, and the Switch finally goes numbered with the 2. Now, I bet you can guess what Nintendo system has yet to be numbered. It's the GameCube. They have not made a GameCube sequel at all. Now, the reason why you actually kind of want a GameCube sequel, let's face facts, the GameCube was a really cool idea, and if Disney bought Nintendo, if they really wanted to compete in the gaming scene, if Disney or Nintendo got, Disney or Apple bought Nintendo, preferably Apple, I genuinely think, I have to skip the scenes because we already did that in the Let's Play, but... I mean... Let's just face facts. A GameCube 2 wouldn't be a half-bad idea. A GameCube 2 would actually be a genuinely interesting idea, and... I don't hate the idea of a GameCube 2. You have the Switch 2, and then we're going to have the GameCube 2. Now, why do I say the GameCube 2 would be an interesting idea? Because, let's face it, the only reason why the first GameCube failed was because of the mini discs. What if this time they had full-flown discs, and it was backwards compatible with all disc-based Nintendo system, and the Switch line got its own Switch player for it? That's what I'm suggesting.
If I win, I'm captain.
The GameCube 2, like, have you guys seen...
Deal? The winner gets the share of
and think about it, like, the Switch is pretty much able to handle any current gen game, right? Now, look at the N64 versus the PS1. N64 was generally one of the most goated things I have ever seen. Mainly because they tried doing, like, 6th-gen type gameplay in a fucking... In like, let's just say, PS on, like, the 5th generation of gaming systems. That ain't any small feat. But the main reason why they ain't a small feat is because, let's face facts, making a... Like, the way they managed to make the N64, this is the reason why games need to be reverse engineered. That's the main reason why games on the PS1 and, like, were so damn different, is because, I mean, sure, you can have a larger texture pool size, but the hardware wasn't up to fluff to where certain games, the hardware, thanks to disc, and that did allow for some games to happen that would never happen otherwise on the N64, but despite all that, and I'm glad that did happen, like, literally, but despite all that, there was way too many limitations to the PS1 compared to, the N64 that I honestly don't think certain games could run on the thing. Their entire games, I don't think would be able to run on this PS1. Case in point, Mario 64. That would never be able to run. Ever. Good luck trying to get in Mario 64 to run on the PS1. I dare you. Because if you try to get that running, like, here's the thing, right? You try to get the, like, Mario 64 to run on the PS1. It won't work. Now, keep in mind, you could do it on the PS... You could do it on the PS, 2. That's if you were very lucky and found a way to do the same thing Sony did in finding a way to make the game work, which they managed to make the game work somehow. I don't know how. They did it as like a, oh hey, we can finally run our competition's game. But if Nintendo were to make a GameCube 2 and have it have full-blown discs, and release a whole year after the PS6, that means they could do games that, like, PlayStation would never, ever be able to logistically do, ever. And that's the thing, right? I don't think we're gonna get a GameCube 2 anytime soon. But I think if Nintendo really wants to continue their existence, they're gonna need to rebuild the ecosystem one day. And the way they're gonna do that might end up resulting in a GameCube 2. It might need to happen at this rate. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. Well, you guys seem to completely rage at the fact that but I'm just gonna say it. I don't think a GameCube 2 would be such a bad idea at this rate if we got a Switch 2. But especially if somebody else like Apple or Disney buys the company. But I don't think if Nintendo wants to fully stay relevant 4 years from now, they're gonna need to make this system.
Who's there?
I've come to see the door to this world.
Huh?
This world has been connected.
Well, what are you talking about?
Tied to the darkness. Soon to be completely eclipsed.
Well, whoever you are, stop freaking me out like this. Huh? Well, where did you come from?
You do not yet know.
But yeah, you wanna... Here's the thing.
So you're from another world?
So, yeah. I'm going to say one last
There is so
thing.
very much to learn.
Say one last thing about the subject. I do not know why anyone would want
you'll
to
see.
see two.
I'm gonna get out and
That
find
is
what's
a
out there.
stupid idea.
A meaningless effort.
Honestly, if you want a 2 system that
Who
isn't
knows
the
nothing
Switch
can understand nothing.
or a Super Switch, try the... I honestly would recommend doing the, I'd honestly would recommend the GameCube 2. But if you don't think that's the greatest idea in the whole wide world, then fine. Don't think it is, but... Anyways, next subject. So... People... We've heard about what they did to Star Wars. Do you really think Disney's capable of handling Nintendo? Maybe if they, like, okay, granted, if they didn't buy Star Wars and ruin it, and Marvel run them into the ground, maybe I can see Disney doing a Disney MCU. Right. Here's the problem. They did do that, and now we're stuck with... Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna move on to a completely different subject, not even related, and so Call of Duty, right? This franchise has become a toxic cesspool, I think, and it's only because the Gen Xers and baby boomers that wanted to play a gritty war game got their, like, favorite franchise ruined by millennials and Gen Zers who are too freaking young to play it.
You know, Riku has changed. What do you mean?
I mean, this is what you should be playing, not Call of Duty.
Okay.
Call of Duty,
Sora,
honestly,
let's
is
take
so
you back to Rome.
adult-oriented
Just the two of us.
that
Huh?
I'd be shocked. I was shocked at the amount of
Skyrim, you.
kids who wanted to play that
You're the one
game.
that's changed, Kyrie.
I mean, there's guns, there's blood, there's
You know,
gore, there's
I was
violence.
a little afraid at first.
There's
But
themes
now
that are
I'm
too
ready.
heavy for kids to handle.
No matter where I go or what I see,
And
I know I can always come back here.
the game got an M rating because of that.
Yeah, of course.
Rightfully so.
That's good.
Just like a movie would get an R rating. So why are there so many Gen Zers and millennials
Can't wait.
who grew up saying M-rated games should be played by kids and E-rated games should be played by adults only? I don't understand why they say that. I get it. Kids want violence, blood, and gore, but because they want to grow up, some of them. But if you're gonna expose them to that sort of heavy themes at that young of an age, we have a problem. Now, not all M-rated games I think are bad. Dark Souls and FromSoft, Silent Hill, maybe. I would give Silent Hill games a maybe. Definitely over Resident Evil. Another big fat giant maybe is Dark Souls and Doom. The Slayer saga of Doom and the Marine saga. Not the ones I got.
Oh dear, what could this mean?
But
It means
the main reason...
we just have to trust the king.
The main reason why I'm actually kind of angry at the fact that they managed to ruin Star Wars so hard.
Thank you.
Like, the main reason, well, not Call of Duty so hard, like, the reason why we have all these, like,
Of course.
bright,
You be
colorful,
careful now, both of you.
rainbow-coded
And
games
to chronicle your travels, he
that
will
are
accompany you.
in a game that should be otherwise made for adults.
Over here!
Is because way too many Gen Z, Alpha, and Millennials played underage, and now they think they can get away with this BS.
Help the king.
And because of that, it only was recently when Call of Duty said, oh yeah, we are straying away from our identity. So I have a suggestion for Call of Duty. Next time, maybe take a year off to make a more realistic World War II game. Go back to your roots that you did in the original Call of Duty trilogy. And actually make something the fans will like. Problem is, some things you've managed to do are so damaged that I don't think you can repair it. So, unfortunately, we cannot revert it back to being fully photorealistic in terms of storytelling. It'll always feel like a Michael Bay war shooter in fast food, and no, we cannot reverse the fact that it's internet only now. Which is a bummer. That's a huge bummer, because that means certain scenes won't run even in real-life gameplay without the internet. And that is... and they're not even running it fully on hardware, they're running part of it in the cloud. That basically means the game won't fully run on any system without the interwebs. It's also probably the reason why I refuse to install it on my current PC, is because we all know how complaints about games are fully in some games. But yeah. The reason why I'm actually kind of angry about that is I prefer my games to run on hardware. I prefer to run on hardware without any internet BS. But yeah. Here's the thing, I'm going to say what they did to Star Wars was so bad, what they did to Call of Duty was so bad, that I'm shocked they even found a way to redeem it. Part of me is glad they're finding a way to redeem it because...
Once we set sail, it'll be great.
But yeah. Because I'm not fully on bed because I don't think because I don't know if they're gonna fully be able to redeem the franchise. We don't know.
Sora, dinner's ready. Come on down. Sora?
But yeah,
What's that? Riku's boat! And Kyrie's!
yeah, first time fighting these guys. Oh gosh, we have to go. Sora won't be able to beat these guys. Heartless. But yeah. Oh gosh, that's pretty cute. But yeah, I'm like, if you want Call of Duty to ever be good again, too late.
Door is open.
It's too late.
door
Just
is
like
open,
it's too
Sora.
late for COD.
Now we can go to the outside
But
world.
unlike, just like it is for Star
Kyrie's
Wars.
coming with us.
But unfortunately,
We might not be able to come back. We may never see our parents again. There's no turning back. But this may be our only chance. We can't let fear stop us. I'm not afraid of the darkness.
but yeah, I'm just gonna say this. I don't think, like, yeah, there's some hope for COD. There's no hope for Call of Star Wars. But back to the game we're playing. The more I play this, the more I think, how did Disney pass up on this? For like an April movie in 2023. You know, they could have made an entire cinematic universe based off of Kingdom Hearts. Compete with the Super Smash Bros. Cinematic universe, right? I mean, and they could have gotten good press by doing that too. Let's face facts. If Disney really wants to compete, like, they know Gen Z is like a depressed gaming generation. So the fact that they are only now getting the Kingdom Hearts when they could have done it alongside their other films for their 100th anniversary. Fantasia 100, Once Upon a Studio, and a 2D version of Wish. Apparently, I'd almost go so far as to say 1.5 of those films never got released. A half-hearted version of Wish, and a Once Upon a Studio with said characters from half-hearted version of Wish.
Kyrie!
But,
Sora.
I mean, look. Now, here's the thing. Disney, if they are the ones who do end up buying Nintendo, I'm not gonna be, and if they get rid of all the old properties that made them great in the first place, like Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Metroid, they're gonna be responsible for the death of the entire gaming universe. What? No. That's not true. They're gonna be responsible for whatever they're doing. I'm trying to flip that. They're not responsible. But what they're going to be responsible for is what's gonna end up happening if this does end up happening is if Disney does do what they are saying they're gonna do,
Sora.
we're screwed. Because Disney's gonna replace the franchises that I seriously feel should be appropriate for at least teenagers, like 13 plus. 32, definitely not. I don't think you should wait until you're 32 to watch the Super Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe. But 13, I could see that.
Kyrie!
Hey, Mom.
Sora.
Mom?
Hello? I missed a phone call from you?
Yeah, can you bring something home?
Oh, I can't, honey. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Alright, I love you.
Love you.
I know you eat dinner. You've eaten dinner.
I've eaten dinner with Dad.
I love you. Bye.
Love you, bye. worried about what they meant afterwards, and I don't think Disney's gonna do a good job with, like... I don't think Disney's gonna do a good job with... I don't think Disney has done a good job with, the whole, like, Star Wars stories. And Marvel either. Keep in mind, they cast Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Who. And completely are just gonna make that story that's gonna be like The Last Jedi versus Marvel. Don't forget that. And I know why Disney wants to move directly to digital and streaming. It's because they want to erase any evidence of the fact that they'll be doing this franchise stuff. So that nobody will compete against them, be tempted to compete against their insanity. That's why I documented, that's why I bought both the prequels and sequels alongside OT on 4K. And preserved the, original cuts in this time. So that way, we can actually, document what happens. So that Disney... Look, they're gonna say they didn't make it, but they did. If we want to win against the company the monster that Disney is become, if we ever want 2D Disney back... That's why I'm opposed to, a Cars 4 being the film instead of a 2D return to 2D Disney film. I mean... Let's face facts. Now, we have just completed part 1. If you guys want me to continue, we can. Traverse Town we've gone to Traverse Town, thankfully. But, I'm just gonna say it. I think Disney used to make good films. You're right, they did, but I'm not gonna forget about what they've done in this time period. Okay, what they did in the 90s, they were amazing. They were absolutely downright perfect. But what they did in this time period was so boneheaded in times. Awful, and the execs should be in jail and others.
This isn't a dream.
That I think they need a clean house at Disney. And it sucks because the game I'm playing is reminding me what it used to be.
Do you know where we are?
Before they became a monstrous corporation.
Hey!
In fact, that's partly the reason why I'm glad that Super Smash Bros. Is breaking away from Nintendo eventually. Because they kinda need to. Now, what you're about to witness... Now, we've made it to Traverse Town, thankfully. And this... And, well... Oh, I can't pass the chest up. Mithril Shard. Okay, we need to Traverse Town, so... Look. If you want to do something fun... We can, actually. In fact, I'm gonna do something fun right here. If you want to do a little funsy thing, you want to talk? I like old Disney. I don't like the company Disney has become, though, because Old Disney was never like this, and they have completely just missed the mark on even their old version of themselves. Even their fans, like, I'm gonna call out a few Disney defenders here. I'm gonna call out, like, the Goldman. You are just one of the only people who have managed to defend Disney for this long that it's just so infuriating. Artistic Horrible. I'm surprised you managed to like Snow White 2025. Because the film literally was completely flying in the face of every little thing that Walt established the original, and he even said he didn't want anyone to remake Snow White. Another Disney called defender. Actually, those are the only two I've encountered so far. Wow, everyone is just attacking Disney. Anyways, I love old Disney. I just wish, and that's why I think they need to go back to 2D so bad. And so yeah. And for those who are like, Michaela, you mentioned Cars 4. Yeah, I don't think Cars is a good... You're right. There's no way they can do Cars in Kingdom Hearts. Mainly because, like, do you really want Sora to be turned into Lightning McQueen? I guess some weird people would say that, but I don't think they should put Cars in Kingdom Hearts. Because it wouldn't make sense. There's no way to do it. But, yes.